Hi, everyone, and welcome to the You Have the Power To podcast. I'm your host, Melinda Van Fleet, and I am so grateful and excited that you decided to join me today. There has been a lot going on, and the title of this podcast, episode 25, Making Life Happen, came to me, and I thought, you know what, that's a really great title because I have a couple things to go over in this podcast before sharing a really fun manifestation story that happened with Ryan and I. And so I'm like, you know what? Yeah, all together, we're just making life happen. So I hope that the ideas and tools and tips and stories I share with you are relatable on your journey and can help you make your life happen too and make it a little bit more magical. So the first thing I want to do is share a review. And this review comes from Jordan Bobrick, who I worked with here in the Keys. He is the owner of Higher Ground Music and Video in Key Largo. And I originally met Jordan because I interviewed him for the Upper Keys Weekly, and then he asked me to work on a project for him. The project didn't really come to fruition for many reasons. Nothing about me, nothing about him. It was just one of those things. But it led us down the path of working together on more of a business consulting, mentoring, I guess you could say, aspect. And I'm just very fluid and I kind of go with the flow when I work with my clients, which is what I love to do. So sometimes things become more coaching where I'm asking a lot of questions. That's a coaching relationship. Mentoring is where I'm sharing from my experience, and I have a lot of experience with social media and with building a business. And consulting's more of where there's like the planning and the strategy thrown into it. So those are some general aspects and some definitions on a topside level in case you're ever wondering, why does Melinda call herself a hybrid of a coach, mentor, and consultant? And honestly, the word guide came to me on Easter Sunday, and I documented that because, I was just sitting on the beach and my mind was free and clear, and it came to me that I'm actually a guide because I'm intuitive and I can see what other people don't see. So I'm actually really a guide too. So we can throw that all in the mix, but I really help people for where they need help. Hence why I don't like to bucket myself too much. But anyhow, here is the review, and I loved it. Working with Melinda as a business owner has provided me the greatest opportunity to look beyond the technical aspects of my work and look at the industry as a whole and examine different trends I should be following and why. This has allowed me to balance the focus of my daily operations with being a member of the local artist community and network with artists and technical aspects who work across different aspects of the same field. Without her guidance, I would still be hyper-focused on my work and miss out on many great opportunities for future engagement. Jordan. So again, just a really great opportunity. It was super fun working with him. His business has so much potential and he's just a really great guy. So if you are down here in the Keys or even remotely, it doesn't matter because he has this really great technology that you can work with him to record videos, record music, record an audiobook, any of those things. He can do like fun karaoke sessions in his studio. There's so many great ideas. Please reach out to Jordan and I will put his information and the article I wrote for the Upper Keys Weekly in the notes of this podcast. The other thing I want to share is I just really, really am excited and appreciate everyone that is subscribed and watching my YouTube channel. Yay! And this podcast is on the YouTube channel. So if you are watching any of the videos, you can obviously listen to the podcast and vice versa. But please subscribe. I totally appreciate that. And if you can like and comment and share, that would be amazing too. And I have a lot of super fun ideas and things percolating in general with my business. And the easiest way to stay in the loop is to just be on my email list because social media is so crowded. You don't know who sees what, and the algorithm, may or may not like me. Sometimes on Facebook, it doesn't like me. Do you guys know how Facebook works? Let me tell you. Facebook works by you having a post that gets a lot of likes within a certain amount of time, and then they'll show it more, and then your next post will get an extra boost if the post previous did well. So if I post a post with my YouTube video, like I did the other day, Well, Facebook doesn't like that because I took you off the platform. So then what they end up doing is not showing the next post. So it's just one of those things. And honestly, this morning, as I'm really doing more editing of things in my life, and something really big came to me yesterday during meditation during the eclipse to get out of, came as a vision. So this morning I was very bold and left something and I feel really good about. And then it came to me further that, you know what, you should really look at Facebook. What's going on with Facebook? So Facebook may be something I'm on less and less and less. My posts from Instagram go to Facebook, and then that might be it. I might, schedule some events, check the messenger once in a while because the messenger is not on my phone, and be done with Facebook because Facebook is really a platform that hasn't served me at all. Versus like LinkedIn, you can actually post links in LinkedIn for YouTube or your podcast, and LinkedIn does not penalize you at all. So there's like a huge social media tip that took me several different avenues to get that information. So what I gave you just now is gold. I hope you appreciate it. You could say, thank you, Melinda. And I'll be like, you're welcome, because that is like gold information about the algorithms. So anywho, again, it's best to be on my email list because you will be in the know of different specials I'm offering, different ideas, different workshops. All the things are always on my weekly and sometimes twice a week, but at least weekly email list. So you can just send me an email at melinda@melindavanfleet.com. You could message me on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook if you want to be on the email list. Or you can go to my website, melindavanfleet.com, and download the free Believe and Take Action Daily Guide, which is an amazing freebie. And you'll get a freebie. Yay! And then that will obviously put you on my email list too. So many ways to be on my email list. So I highly recommend being on the email list. The other thing I want to talk about and start talking about a lot is this amazing crystal called an Ahai. And it is so freaking cool. I totally credit Christina Rice for sharing about it in her channel collective. It was on one of her private group calls. And it was one of those things that I was like, I have to have that. I just went with my gut, my human design, sacral authority, and I went, I have to have that. And I ordered one right away, and it was the perfect timing for my birthday. I actually got them on my birthday. So I was like really excited. And I have to tell you, they work. I'm not a scientist. I never claim to be a scientist. I don't claim to be a medical doctor. I don't claim to be anything. I'm just like this crazy girl who tries different things. And I bought these crystals. I bought the room size, and then I bought the little bag. And I think the room's $120 and the bag's $100. And what these crystals are is they are, I'm going to use this word, like manipulated. So this company in Denmark figured out a way to change and enhance, I'm going to use the word enhance actually, these crystals, and they are so powerful. It's bananas. Like I have had just so many more things open up with my intuition. I've always been intuitive. Ahai definitely increased my intuition. And then these crystals are like an extra little icing. It's really amazing. So an extra icing for healing, an extra icing for extra little tidbits, little breadcrumbs that help me piece things together as I ponder them. And they're just super, super cool. So I have become an affiliate. The link will be in the show notes. And also I follow them on Instagram. So you can, look at my Instagram stories. I'll probably be posting more and more. So there's a 10% code. And again, it is my affiliate link. So the discount code is Melinda10. So check them out. It's highly worth it. Even if you're like, oh my God, that girl's crazy. She spent that much for a crystal. Like, seriously, I have no regrets. I want the temple, and I think the temple is $700. So like, I'm like, yep, I'm manifesting that to like, yeah, I'm getting that temple. So it's really, really, really cool. And the room size, you can fit in your hand. So like when you're meditating, just hold the crystal. Like it's genius. You can hold the crystal and the room. Like those two crystals will fit in your hand. And then the little baggie, just keep them in your pocket. Like, they're just great. They're great touchstones for gratitude. I always tell people it's great to have something like a gratitude reminder, an abundance reminder. That tip's out there from many coaches. I didn't make it up. And, it's just great. They're just great little reminders. So the Inagi crystals don't leave me. They go with me everywhere. They're in my purse. When I leave the house, they're always with me. And I just really love them. So check them out. I do not think you will be disappointed at all. It's very, very cool. So that is it for my announcements with those things. The next thing I want to jump in is give a little recap. And I want to talk about this because it just kind of came up in what I was saying before, and it keeps coming up for me to share. So last Sunday, April 30th, I had my first free Zoom call for an Ahai session that also had a Q&A. And the idea had come to me after I recorded the podcast. So this is the first time I'm talking about it on the podcast. And what I kept getting messages about was, and just total even 3D awareness, is that people don't know what energy healing is. And when you're someone who's in the lane, and this is advice to any spiritual coaches that are listening to this, or probably anyone in any type of industry, really, I mean, it doesn't matter. You think that everyone knows because you're so close to it and you live and breathe it every day. But other people have no idea. And even people that say they're spiritual or say, oh, I meditate, or, whatever, it doesn't matter. Sometimes they don't even know. And then they also need more information so then they can decide if it's something that they wish to do, if they are not like a sacral authority. So they may need like some more information. If their head centers are open in human design, they may need some more information. If they don't have certain gates and channels in human design, or have certain gates and channels in human design, they may need some more information. It doesn't matter, regardless of any reason you can think of. Some people need more information. Some people have not heard it the first time. It goes back to marketing 101. So I had decided to have a free Zoom session for the sole intention to spread more awareness around Ahai and energy healing. To give everyone a boost, clear some energy, boost their energy, and then be available as a human for Q&A. Like authentic, transparent. You can ask me anything as long as it's not in alignment with like a personal reading, because these sessions are not personal readings. A personal reading is what is part of my packages. That's part of my one-on-one coaching. But just a energetic, safe download of transferring high energy to everyone on the Zoom is what these calls are about. And then again, the Q&A. So I put it out there. I had to honestly do a lot of mental work around it because I'm not someone who has a lot of faith. I'm going to put it this way. And it might trigger some people. So if it triggers you, take a look at this. In giving things away for free. I personally have always appreciated free things and done the work. However, not everyone's me. And there is a lot of, let's say, data and other people's experience out there, and a lot of talk for many years. This is nothing new, that when something's free, someone doesn't value it. And when they don't value it, they don't do the work. So I had a lot of hesitation about doing something for free. But I decided to do it because, again, my intention is I want more and more people to understand what energy healing is, whether it's with me or another certified energy practitioner, like Reiki, for example. But Reiki and Ahai to me are very different. But let's just use that as an example. And also to be there for Q&A. If someone's like, I'm confused. There's all this stuff on the internet. What does this mean? Can you answer these questions? That type of questioning. And honestly, I was really excited. I had 2 people on the call, And one of the people asked a lot of really amazing questions that were so insightful. And they were really about, let's say, my journey. And they were really, really great questions. And one of the questions, I loved answering them. It was perfect. And one of the questions was about my gifts. So let's say the intuition and psychic abilities. Did I feel that Ahai was, and I'm paraphrasing here, so this is not exact because these are not recorded calls, so this is just me paraphrasing. Did I feel that Ahai was like the thing, or had I done work prior to Ahai and then the Ahai kind of elevated it? And it was a great question because it's definitely something I've pondered before and was trying to figure out how to address it, because I also noticed the difference within the group. And the answer to that question is I had done a ton of work prior to getting certified and attuned in Ahai. A lot of work, a lot of cutting ties with people, huge, editing, even if it may be painful, edit. A lot of personal work on comparison, judgment, triggers, things like that. A lot of just trying to unwire myself from the people that I've edited, from situations in my life, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of things, so many things. And so I had already opened up my intuition. I had already opened up my ability to work with energy and had proven results from working with clients before getting attuned and certified in Ahai. So then Ahai provided an extra boost, I would say, for sure, as well as education and teaching from Christina, which is amazing. I think she's amazing. Christina Rice, the channel. And obviously then the attunement, if you are aware of what that means and anything about that. So yeah, so it's just a great question. It was a great question. So if someone is not at that space, I think they have to spend some time doing the work. And what does that time look like? I can't answer that for you. But hire a coach, a private coach, a mentor, someone like me, someone else that has done a lot of work, and spend some time. And you can have multiple mentors too. I really encourage that, because you're going to get different things from different people. Just when you work with, let's say, different tarot card readers, every reader, every psychic, every intuitive, every coach, every consultant, any which way you slice it, has different experiences and different levels of experiences. So it's always good to work with multiple people. So that's another way to look at it too, that I think is really fair. So yeah, so it's just really, really great. So at this moment, I'm going to do another one. It's going to be Sunday, May 14th. I know that's Mother's Day, but it's at night. Most people celebrate Mother's Day like for brunch. So it's going to be, again, 7 p.m. Eastern for 1 hour. It kicks off with a little bit about Ahai, the Ahai session, which is about 20 minutes, and then Q&A for the rest of the hour. And again, it's not a personal reading. Those are for Ahai sessions. Those are for workshops. Those are for one-on-one coaching. This is just a general energy clearing, healing, amplifying, protection, and then some Q&A. So I hope that helps. But check out the link in, actually there's no link. What am I saying? Just email me. Email me that you want to be on that list. And that list is different than my mailing list. So you can just say, hey, Melinda, add me to the Ahai list, and I'll put you on that list. And that's a private Zoom link that is not streamed anywhere else and is also not recorded. Very important. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that one goes, and we'll just play this by ear. We'll play it by ear. I'm only doing it to spread awareness about energy healing and offer some energy session for free and Q&A. All right, now, finally, the story. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. So many years ago, I don't remember when, I remember it was when I was helping Ryan clean the boat. So it had to be before Cruz came back as our 1099. So it had to be before COVID because Cruz was with us for a number of years. Then he left and then he went to Vegas and then he came back. So it had to be maybe late 2019 or early 2020. So my husband, Ryan, Good Karma Sport Fishing. If you don't know us, we own a sport fishing business together for over 11 years. Very successful, a lot of story there. My husband is very, very, very well known for catching a lot of wahoo, very, very big yellowtails called flag yellowtails, and a lot of very, very big mutton. Those are his three specialty. And he was on the cover of Florida Sportsman for his ability to catch these very, very large yellowtail in the summer of 2018. I want to say like June, July, August, something like that. And yeah, it was pretty amazing. It is a very challenging thing to do, but my husband masters the game. He is the master. He masters the game. I don't care what anyone else says out there about anything. My husband masters the game, and that is why he is amazing. So he no longer fishes for yellowtail if he is by himself. If he goes fishing by himself, he no longer fishes for yellowtail because honestly, it's a lot of work and it's very messy and it's kind of expensive. So if he goes fishing by himself, he likes to just troll and clear his mind and he might catch tuna, wahoo, or mahi-mahi. And yellowtail is one of my very favorite fish. I love yellowtail. If you've ever had yellowtail, it is highly likely you would agree. It's an amazing fish. It's a very clean fish. It's a white fish. It has a sweet flavor. It's similar to, it's in like a perch if you're from the north, or crappie if you're from the north. It's in that line. So it's just a really nice, you just fry it up with some butter. Like it's just super simple, butter and garlic. And it's amazing. You don't have to put it on the grill. You don't have to do anything fancy. You just put it on the pan. And so he hadn't brought home yellowtail in a really, really, really long time for us. So if he catches them for the clients always want the fish. And we're just used to that. That's great. We're excited for them. They take home 100% of the catch, 99% of the time. Well, this one time I go to the marina to clean the boat. He had caught a whole wheelie. You know what those wheelies are? You know, you might use in your garden. We have them at marinas, full of yellowtail, a whole wheelie of them. And the client was from another country, so they had to leave and go on a plane, and they didn't want it. And I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, yay, we're going to have yellowtail. I was so excited. And within like a few minutes, all of a sudden the wheelie was gone. And I was like, where did the wheelie go? Like, I want some yellowtail. Ryan had given the wheelie away to all the guys at the marina, and they jumped on it. And I missed, like, I don't know where I was, but I missed that whole transaction, and it was gone because it was like, now it was after 5 and they were gone. I was so mad at my husband. I don't even know ever when I've yelled at him. I really don't. Like, and we've been through a lot. I was beyond pissed off. I was really, really, really angry. I was like, I do so much. I don't ask for a damn thing. That is my favorite fish. And you gave it all away. You couldn't keep any for us. But he was so tired. This is not an excuse, by the way. I did not forgive him. Like, still, I really don't think I've forgiven this. But his excuse was that he was really tired. He didn't feel like cleaning fish. And so he wasn't thinking and he gave it away. Again, I didn't forgive that. So any woman out there, like, that's not forgivable. Like, or man, no, this is truly not forgivable. So once in a while it comes up. And Ryan started the month of May. He has a full booked charter schedule. It's grouper season, May 1st. And he has had an amazing week, like freaking amazing. So amazing that he literally can't post on Instagram because it'll just be like hater, hater, hater. So he had an awesome day on May 1st and caught a ton of yellowtail. So as he's showing me the picture that night on his phone, I was joking. And I was like, well, wouldn't it have been just nice if you like took like one of those yellowtail for me and just you owe me? And like I was just kidding around and laughing and make believing like I snatched one of the yellowtail out of the bag, and he was laughing, and he was like, we don't do that, which is true. We truly never do that, ever. That's so unethical. We would never do that. But it was like a joke between the two of us. Like, really? Are they going to miss like one of those yellowtail? You owe me so bad from the other, years ago. And so we laughed and we laughed and we laughed about like one little yellowtail missing, like where would it go? And we were like playing with the whole thing. And then that was it. End of discussion. We moved on. Had dinner, went to bed. So literally 2 days later, so that was Monday. Wednesday, Ryan has a returning client, and I don't even know how it transpired, but Ryan picked up a rod and reel and ended up catching a huge flag yellowtail, like ginormous. And he doesn't normally do that. Like he doesn't fish on the charters. The charters are for the clients. They keep all the fish. Everything's for the clients on the charters. And he caught this huge yellowtail. And his client, again, returning client, was like, yeah, you can keep it. Like he didn't care that he had plenty of fish. And so Ryan got to bring home this amazingly ginormous yellowtail. And even a bonus on top of that, which makes me so happy, is we got a fucking kick-ass picture. Because if you work with me on the business side, I'm all about social media and getting pictures and creating content, and I'm all about like getting a bank of pictures. Like any of you that work with me out there know that is like one of my big things. I'm always like, get a picture, get a picture, get a picture. You'll need it someday for something. So having this picture of Ryan holding the yellowtail is just priceless. It's such a great picture. And last night we ate the yellowtail. It was magical. So here is the thing. We forget to just have fun, to just have like fun, silly conversations and put it out there We forget. Everyone is so obsessed with all this shit online. I raise my hand high. I have been there. And listening to this video and watching this video and thinking this and doing that and doing that. And you know what? All this was a fun conversation at the kitchen table, bringing back a memory of when I was extremely pissed off and screaming at him and laughing about it and laughing. And literally 48 hours later, Ryan manifests the fish and we caught this big ass yellowtail and it was so good. And then his other client brought all this olive oil that I love. So super happy to up the yellowtail with this amazing olive oil. And it was just a really awesome week. Every single client this week has been a repeat client of Ryan's. And it's just been phenomenal. Like he's caught tables of fish. Yesterday with Fred, they limited out and Ryan had to call it. Ryan's like, we can't legally catch any more fish. We're good. So he came home early and it's just been a really phenomenal, magical week, and lots of magic, lots of Ahai. We've done Ahai every night to keep Ryan in shape. He's had an elbow situation. I think he got like some jellyfish sting on his eyelid. Like we've had a crazy week, but we've just kept it together. We've had fun. We've kept great positive attitudes. We've been extremely organized. We understand that overwhelm and stress is something that you can control. Yes, it is. You can control these things. They are your emotions. So we don't let it go there. We just have fun. And again, I use Ahai for everything. So I'm just mind blown. Like I think to myself, like, if I knew someone and had contact with someone that could do this powerful energy work with me, and even at the prices I'm at, which are ridiculous, $111 a session, or you can buy a 5-pack for $444 a session. It works over Zoom. Like, even if you work with me here in the Keys, it's a hands-off experience. Like, I would be like, I'm on that. Like, sign me up. I want more magic in my life. I want more of my intuition to open up, and more breadcrumbs and more ideas and more aha moments and more fun stuff. So definitely reach out to me if you're interested. I know I've dropped a lot in this podcast. I have a lot going on, so I'm dropping a lot. But I wanted to end on this fun, magical story note because I'm still laughing about it. I'm not laughing about what happened several years ago. That was not a good day. But now I'm laughing about how magical it was that he caught that big yellowtail. So anyhow, so I'm going to end that here. Just remember that you have the power to create some magic in your life. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for listening, and please share this podcast. Have a good one.